Yeah, so let's get going in 3, 2, 1. So he has gone just chilling out with his fruit, as you do. And this naughty monkey comes and steals our fruit. Of course, that cannot stand, so we're chasing after him. So in most rooms, you have to defeat all the other animals before you can proceed. That's what we're doing here, we're just beating up all the animals we can find, pretty much. And when you defeat all the other animals, then the exit opens. Here's a little monkey again, pelting us with rocks, so I wanna chase him away first, so I don't have to deal with the rocks. Gon has a bunch of attacks, like this running head bump I've been using, or the tail swipe. Looks like the boar is done. So you can kind of see them run away in panic when they're done. Okay, this one too. Gon can also flutter, which I suppose makes kind of sense, since dinosaurs are the ancestors of birds. Just want to get a good angle on this one instead of having it hit me away. There we go. And you can hear that the exit has opened. And this room actually has 2 exits, the other one leads to a bonus room. And that's already the monkey, which leads us to the worst part of the game. These Mode 7 chase sequences, which can be pretty random. So depending on whether the game has a good day or a bad day, this can take several minutes or just like 30 seconds or something. So I can't do anything to speed up. I can only run after the monkey and try to dodge all the obstacles. There we go, that was very quick. So it's very easy to bump into the obstacles, and then it just takes way longer to chase the monkey. And here's I guess you could call it a boss fight. The monkey's pretty good at throwing rocks. The best situation here would be to get him in a loop where he keeps jumping. Because then I can keep hitting him out of the air, like that. There we go. Perfect. And it's time for a happy dance, yay! And there's a little bonus game. For 6 fruits caught, I get an additional continue, which we shouldn't really need, but there's not really anything else to do. I can't quit the bonus game earlier, so I'll just have to wait here. Come on, one more apple. No? Okay, well, shouldn't need it anyway. And that's the first episode. So this game is structured into episodes which are unrelated to each other. Each one has a little story, basically, and its own environment. Who is Gon, actually? Gon is from a manga and anime about him, about Gon. And yeah, most people will know him from Tekken 3, where he was an unlockable character. So in the second episode, for some reason, this elephant blows us away, and that's the whole premise. So that demands bitter revenge, of course. Okay, so in this episode, we've got these sharks that I have to beat up. And underwater movement is a lot slower and more cumbersome. So pretty easy for them to run away from me and then I have to chase after them. Also sometimes they just swim away, but they aren't actually defeated. They just go to a different part of the screen. Okay, I think that one is done, yeah. And there might be another one. Is that the... There's the other shark. So I want to be really careful underwater because if you swim off screen, you are immediately dead. It's an immediate game over and you have to repeat the whole episode, usually. Sometimes there's a checkpoint. At the very end, at the boss fights, usually. Let me see. So, yeah, here we've got to do some digging. And the digging parts are a bit unclear and it's not really marked in any way, so I have to look at my notes to see where exactly to go. Thankfully I don't have to defeat these bats, but they can be pretty annoying. Yeah, in chat it was mentioned that Gon is pretty much invincible. That's true in this game as well. So he doesn't have a health meter, he doesn't have health, but he does get angrier. And once he's too angry, it's an immediate game over and he tears the planet apart. So every time Gon's head gets really big, you can kind of see his rage status. Love the Jaws sound clip there when the sharks appear. But here, Gon is the apex predator, not these sharks. There we go, quick shark fights. And that's already pretty much the end here, so we just reached the elephant. And then of course we proceed to beat up the elephant, as Gon does. If I can get past his trunk there. Yeah, there you can see when his head turns big like that, you can kind of read his rage status. So that was the first stage of rage. When he opens his mouth a little bit, that's the second one. And when he opens the mouth further, that's the third one. And then you can hear, based on the music, that he's pretty much at maximum rage. And when he does, yeah, that's an immediate game over. So the elephant got his rightful punishment for daring to blow us away. And the next episode, again, Gon's just chilling with his little bird friend, and then a wild cat comes and snatches the bird friend away. So we have to run after it for a rescue mission. So here we have to fight the cat a little bit. It's easiest to just keep pushing it off, because then it keeps jumping in a pretty predictable manner. Oh, there we go. It's already done. It's not really very clear. And these rooms have 2 exits. And if you take the wrong one, I think it takes you back to the start, or it might be a bonus room. But yeah, in the later episodes, if you take the wrong door somewhere, it takes you back to the start, which can be pretty mean. Come on, cat. Ideally I want to see it jump in a high arc that's easiest to hit. Okay, sounds like it's done. This time we have to take the higher exit. And you can see that that's a little speed trick. You can use this running headbutt to float really quickly. Here's a cave where we just have to run through. Thankfully we don't have to beat up anyone. There's these annoying bats. Maybe I should take the left side around. And there's also some snakes which are pretty mean. When they bite you, they don't let go for a while. There we go, and again you have to choose the right exit. And one more of these rooms. And I have to take the higher exit. So Gon's flutter doesn't go infinitely, but you can kind of refresh it by just attacking. Here's another digging room. Wasn't that here? Where's the path up? There it is. Okay, and there's the cat again. And of course, cats are pretty agile, so it leads us right into another Mode 7 chase sequence. The first one went pretty well this time. Hoping for good chase RNG here. Oh, what happened there? I can honestly say I've never seen that before. Somehow I ran past the cat. How'd that happen? Do I have to turn around? Oh, there it is, okay. Interesting. Well, at least we're pretty close now. If I don't bump into anything. There we go. Still pretty fast, even though it's kinda... Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Never seen that before. And then we get another little fight against the cat here, and it's easiest to just push it off into the pit and then it keeps jumping in. Ow, that leaves me stunned for a really long time. I really don't want to fall into any pits, because again, that's an instant game over. Although I think in this case you'd get a checkpoint at the boss. So we rescued our bird friend, and that's episode 3. There's 7 episodes in total. The last one is a bit strange. And here's a little bonus game, where we chisel a gun statue. There we go, masterful. So in this next episode we're now in a polar region, and a little polar bear stole our fish. And of course, for gone means that means that he deserves severe punishment. There are some new mechanics here in this icy region. Once this wind, which keeps picking you up if you're not on ground. If you jump or if you slide off the platform, the wind will pick you up when it's there. And if you're in the water for too long, Gone will start to freeze, which means he can jump. He can't jump as high, and he moves slower. And if he continues to freeze, he'll turn into an ice block, and that's bad because most of these water rooms here don't actually have a bottom floor, so if you freeze, you'll just fall off the screen, and that's again an instant game over. I like how the polar bears do this dramatic dance when you defeat them. Here we also have some orcas on the water. There we go. Also have to defeat these. So if Gon starts to freeze, you can see he's turning blue. Then you can shake him a bit and that warms him up again. Okay, that leaves only the orca. There's the orca. I think there he is. Better warm up again. Okay, come on, go through the door. And more digging. This time there's also these annoying ice fall. Thankfully Gon doesn't seem too angry yet. And in this room on the digging path there's also a health item somewhere. There, he's a little bit angry. Not too much yet. So I hopefully won't get a game over during the run, but I'd really like to show off the game over sequence, so maybe after the run I can show that off quickly. There should be a health item there. There we go. Now we should be safe. Long dig, and again we have to take the right exit. And here we're in the water while digging, so we'll see what happens when Gon continues to freeze. There, he turns into an ice block and can't really do much. Better warm up, because otherwise I can't really get up here. Don't want to be caught by the wind, because it would just carry me into the corner and pin me there while it's active. Okay, and we're out. There should be some orcas here. Yeah, there we go. 4 of them in total. Okay, that's one taken care of. That's the second one. 4 orcas and 1 polar bear in this room. think that one isn't done yet. There we go. Okay, just one worker left. And that's already medium rage, but shouldn't really matter that there's not much of this episode left. Now where's that worker? Okay. Come on, there we go. And here's the little polar bear. And of course, it leads us right into a Mode 7 chase sequence. I think this one is a little bit easier because there's not as many obstacles, there's just these ice blocks. And nothing on the ground. And yeah, so sometimes the game just decides that, well, your enemy is now faster and it just manages to run away. So these chase sequences are really pretty RNG based. There's the bear again. Oh, and now I bumped into something. These obstacles pop up so quickly that sometimes they pop up after you jump and then you have no choice but to run right into them. Just gotta keep heading for the bear and sooner or later we'll get him. Come on, little bear. I'm not going to hurt you, probably. I definitely don't have a history of violence. Yeah, the soundtrack is really interesting. Because it's not typical music, it's mostly this just percussion, bongos. Alright, we're maybe catching up. Almost there. Come on. We're right here, but the game just doesn't let me. I think sometimes I even manage to bump off the enemy in the air, which is weird. I know he's over there. So yeah, if you're unlucky, these chase sequences can take quite a while. There's the bear again. Come on, just give in. You gotta get tired at some point. We're getting him. Finally, there we go. And it turns out the little bear was just bringing the fish to a bigger bear. Maybe it's sick or something. So we share our fish. So just this one time, violence wasn't the answer. In the next episode we are in a swamp or a jungle or something like that. And there's not really any premise. I don't know what we're doing here. Can you ever lose the chase? Not as far as I'm aware. I had some pretty long, minutes-long chases and it just doesn't... Oh, you can take enough damage to make him rage out, I think. So if you keep bumping into things, then you'll take damage and he'll rage out and it'll be a game over. And in this episode we're mostly fighting these monkeys here. They're pretty good. They can definitely fight back. Got a mean drop kick there. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about all the damage I'm taking, but even if I do get a game over, it's not a huge loss. Okay, so here's a pretty long gap where we can fly through. I'm trying to use the running headbutt if I can, because it's pretty fast, but the birds are often in the way. You can't fall down here, there's just some swamp below, but then you have to fly back up. No, don't mean to. Go up here, or do I? Is that, wait, I'm a bit confused. Yeah, I guess the exit is up there. I'm confusing this with another room. Gotta flood up. No, that's not the right room. Okay, but at least there's a little health item here. Okay, and I can't take this... can't take this exit. Well, we'll see where the other exit leads. I hope it doesn't take us too far back. Okay, just the same way out. So then the exit should be down here, I think. Right? Yeah, there it is. If you attack underwater, it gives you a lot of upwards or downwards speed. Which can be bad, because downwards can mean that you go right off the screen. We can land on these crocodiles, except near the mouth, that's where they want to bite us. Some more monkeys to fight. Okay, that's two of them. There's a bunch more in this room. So you can see, Gone really has a lot of moves. I can headbutt down into the sides and bite in the air and on the ground. Okay, that takes care of the monkeys. The exits have opened. So that leaves the boss of this episode, which is a big snake who wants to swallow us. Oh, jumped right into the mouth. Okay, we're at medium rage. The snake is pretty good at swallowing me, so maybe we'll get a game over here, which isn't a big issue because you get a checkpoint before the boss. Stop eating me. The water here is really shallow, so I don't want to accidentally attack while in the water. It could easily throw me off screen. Okay, that's almost maximum rage. You can hear the music picking up. Okay, but that's the boss already. So yeah, this episode didn't really tell us why we're fighting this snake. I don't really know what the premise is, but we sure beat up a big snake. And that makes Gone happy. Okay, time for another minigame. Hop on these crocodiles. Get 6 for a continue. And if I fall off screen here, at least it doesn't kill me, you just rocket back up. So that's a continue. So we're coming to, I think, the 6th episode, almost the last one, the last regular episode. So now we're in the mountains and someone's throwing rocks at us. Which means it's time for anger and violence again. And digging, lots of digging. Have to check my notes for all these digging directions. Because sometimes there are some dead ends even, so you can dig a little bit into the wrong direction. That should be the right exit. So especially in this episode, I remember that if you take a wrong door pretty much anywhere, it sends you to the start. So here's the culprit who threw rocks at us. It's the naughty monkey again. And we chase him up this mountain here. So here I'm chasing him and I want to stay to the left side, otherwise he'll turn around and yeah, like that. I want to stay to the left side, so he runs to the right. Stop it. And these are the only other enemies we're fighting here, except for the monkey. They're pretty good at this. When they kick, their hitbox is gigantic. Okay, that's one. And the other one. Another bad cave to run through. The monkey is waiting for us at the end. And another climb. Even longer than the last one. Come on, monkey. Ouch. Can't be that much further, I hope. Oh. Oh. We're already at maximum rage again. So we're almost at the end, but here's a pretty awkward section. We have to climb up here by letting these rocks push us up. And there's big and small rocks, and the small rocks hit me. And might do enough anger damage to get a game over, maybe. And the big rocks push me up. And yeah, they're pretty random, so I can't really dodge the small rocks. I could fly up on the left side, I guess, with an incredible amount of mashing. Oh, we're already here, okay. Just to be safe, I'm taking a little detour in this bonus room here, which has a health icon. And now we're not quite as angry anymore. And now the same thing again. And at the top of this, we'll finally reach the monkey. There he is. And here's a new gameplay section. This kind of boss fight, I suppose. Different kind of boss fight. The monkey's chucking these rocks at us, and all I can do is hit them back. And he can take quite a few of those. If he's just throwing a single rock, then he can basically always dodge them, but there's not really anything I can do. Okay, and that's the monkey. So he tries to escape by diving off the cliff. Very graceful. Even manages to land on all fours. But we still get him. He got his well-deserved punishment. So that brings us to the final episode, which is kind of a... I guess I shouldn't call it a boss rush, because it's not really bosses, but it's kind of like that. So we're fighting enemies for every episode we had before. So Gon hears some kind of roar, I suppose. And goes into this dark cave. And then we get Mode 7 sequences. In these, I'll try to pause to dodge the lightning. And so there's these bubbles I have to jump in. And they're really hard to reach if they're not right in front of you. So pausing helps plan that out. So there's a bubble over there, but there's basically no way I can reach it. I can try to run into the lightning, and then, yeah, not even that helps me turn fast enough. So I just have to hope for a bubble right in front of me. Or if there's a bubble and a lightning bolt nearby, then I can run into the lightning, and that helps me, that stops me and helps me turn. And then there's this, whatever happens here. The first time I saw that, I thought Gon is time traveling now, but no, he's not traveling through time. It's just he's still in the same dark cave, and we're fighting the enemies from before. A bit difficult in the darkness, but it's not too bad. Okay, and when we defeat them, we get some health items, thankfully. And this kind of repeats for every episode we had. So now we're back into the lightning lake. There's a bubble. Nice, quick one. And we're going through the spacey room again, whatever this actually is doing. And then there's a mountain goat here. Back to the lightning. I don't want to run into too many lightning bolts because they do a ton of damage. Yeah, I could get that, I guess. If I run into the lightning, then I can turn over there. There we go. Now we've got some polar bears from the polar episode. Yeah, even that one was too far away. So you can't really turn a lot. And you can't stop or anything, except if you run into a lightning bolt. I guess I could try. No. I think we're already pretty high up on the rage meter, so I don't want to... I guess I have to take this one. Yeah, now it's raging out, but at least I'm getting the bubble. So I'll have to be more careful with the next fight. Which I guess is the monkeys, the big gorillas. Oh. Might actually get a... Okay, we're not quite at the game over yet. Oh, okay, there we go. Crisis averted. I'm doing pretty well in terms of time. The estimate is very generous because of the possible game overs and because the Mode 7 stages can take minutes if you're unlucky. So a game over wouldn't really be a problem. Let's see, that was the monkeys, so next up is the mountain goats, I guess, or antelopes or whatever. Yeah, so if... I'm probably quite a bit underestimated, so we can show off the game over sequence, which is... I really like it. It's pretty fun. Okay, I think that was the last enemy. So after another lightning lake room, we should be at the final boss. That one's too far away. That's behind the lightning, but I guess I'll take it. Oh, it's in front of the lightning. Okay, shouldn't... I wouldn't even have had to run into the lightning, I suppose. So here's the final boss, a real dinosaur, a real T-Rex. Kinda like Gone, except big. And we're just hopping on its head a few times. He can stun me with those big jumps if I'm on the ground. Pretty typically platformer fare. And he doesn't really take a lot of hits, so he should be done. There we go. And he's done. Boss defeated, so that's gone. And the dinosaur, or maybe he's Godzilla, the way he looks here, walks off into the sunset. And Gon finally gets his well-deserved rest. Yeah, maybe that was his dad and he just wanted to be independent. And now he flies off into the south, I suppose, with the other birds. So Gon reaches his new home, I suppose, in the south and takes a nice little nap. And that's the end. Okay, and because we've got a bunch of time, I wanna quickly show off the game over cutscene because it's really fun. Okay, so I'll just let these wild boars hit me a bunch. There's rage level number 1. That's number 2. Already getting angrier. There's number 3. And now Gon just had it. He had enough of this. He's tearing the whole place down. And I suppose this is actually game over for us and not for Gon. Since he's still here, but the planet is gone now. Yeah, so that's gone. We'll take another break and then I've got one last game for you. So, see you in a moment.